Alright guys, I'm Rotten Tortoises, and after being inspired by the Blockbuster Busters casting choice from the Spider-Man villains, I've decided to do the same with the Batman villains. This is also who I would personally cast. Like Erod, I will leave out certain villains. Michelle Pfeiffer, for example, was perfectly cast as Catwoman, but unlike Erod, I will cast villains from previous installments, so here are my choices for best casting choice of the villain. Start off, Bane. Bane is a mercenary known for being the only supervillain to break the bat. Bane uses a drug or venom to transform from an average human into a gigantic brute with the strength of 10 men. Tom Hardy was good as Bane, but if I had to choose someone other than him, I'd go with Spencer Wilding. If you're a fan of Doctor Who like me or Erod, you've probably heard of this guy. He starred in The God Complex as the Minotaur, one of my all-time favourite Doctor Who villains, The Doctor and the Widow in the Wardrobe as the Wooden King, and Cold War as Scout Acne Ice Warrior, so you pretty much know he is perfect casting thanks to his 2-metre height. Next we have the Riddler. Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler, is one of the most intelligent of Batman's foes. He always has a habit of leaving riddles for Batman or the cops before he commits his crimes. Many of them revolve around, you guessed it, riddles. So who do you get to play both a mastermind and a douchebag? Benedict Cumberbatch. Before you ask, yes, this was mainly because of his role in Sherlock as Sherlock Holmes. But whether you like the new Star Trek film or not, there's no denying Benedict was just plain awesome. Not only was he a badass, but he was smooth and manipulative. While I love Jim Carrey, to be honest, I never saw him as the Riddler in Batman Forever. And David Tennant would be a good second casting choice, but I think Benedict is just pitch perfect from the role. Next we have the Penguin. Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, is a mocking representation of upper-class society, armed with several high-tech umbrellas and an army of birds, mostly consisting of penguins. I'd recast Danny DeVito, but after his Razzie nomination for Worst Supporting Actor, I don't think he'd want to be returning, so instead I'm choosing Warwick Davis. I'd probably cast him just for his size, but he's never had a problem with that in several other movies. We all know how terrifying he was in the Leprechaun films, but who knows? Give him a tuxedo, some scary makeup, and some deadly umbrellas, and you could have the next Bird of Prey. Next up we have Two-Face. Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, was originally a lawyer who ended up with a scarred left side on the face after having crime boss Sal Maroni, or however you pronounce it, throw acid on it. While in The Dark Knight, it's slightly different. Two-Face is known for judging whether to kill or not via a coin toss, which means if you heads if you live and tails if you die. So he is an unpredictable villain, and who do you get to play the most unpredictable Batman villain than the most unpredictable man on the planet? Christopher Walken. It may not be the best casting choice, but if you've seen the Nostalgia Critics top 11 awkward Christopher Walken moments, then you'll know he is the right choice. Still not guessing it? Watch the scene from Pulp Fiction when he's giving over a watch to a young Bruce Willis. Hopefully you'll understand now. Next up we have Mr. Freeze. Victor Fries, aka Mr. Freeze, is a scientist who, after an accident, can only survive in cold temperatures, and while even at the most lukewarm temperatures, he has to wear his cryogenic suit in order to survive. And who do you get to play the coldest of Batman's villains? I know who. The Vincent Price of the 21st century himself, Ralph Fiennes. I know you probably couldn't see him in the role, but his character has played some of the greatest villains of all time, including a Nazi from Schindler's List, Ramesses from The Prince of Egypt, Francis Stalahide from the Red Dragon film, and Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter series. If those characters aren't downright cold, I don't know what is. Next up, last but not least, the Joker. Probably Batman's most famous villain to date, the Joker is ironically one you should never kid around with. He's armed with several prank-related crimes and weapons, such as an acid flower, Smilex gas, and many more. And who do you get to play someone both funny and murderous? Well, Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger were a lot of fun, but if I was making my own Batman movie, here's who I would cast. Johnny Depp. I picked this guy for 3 reasons. 1, we've seen before in films like Alice in Wonderland and Dark Shadows, he's not afraid to wear scary makeup. 2, he did play Willy Wonka in Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so instead of owning a factory of chocolate, he could own a factory of gags. And 3, while I never saw Sweeney Todd due to its certificates, I did look up, and now I know he's perfect casting. Thanks for watching. Who would you cast as these villains? Please let me know in the comment section, and let me know who would you cast as other villains, for example, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, etc. Thanks for watching.